Welcome back to another edition of the Millennial Gems podcast. It is your host, Killa, Killa. And today I want to talk about my new venture in bookkeeping. What's bookkeeping and why it's important. So, you guys know I don't waste any time. We're going to hop right into it. What is bookkeeping? Bookkeeping is the art of record keeping a business's financial transactions. So, if you want to break down what a bookkeeper does, they organize, categorize a business's daily financial transactions. Now, why is that important? Well, one, like I said earlier, it shows that it helps keep all business financial transactions organized because they all have to be in categories. It can help show how a business is performing. Hence, that's what the profit and loss will show you, which we'll talk about in another episode. It'll show you how much cash is flowing through the business in and out, which will be the cash flow statement. And then it'll also show you the financial health of the business, which is the balance sheet, the assets, the liabilities, and the equity. So that's kind of the main reason of why it's important. Now, how about is bookkeeping important for just a business? Well, tax season, as you guys can see, we're here mid-December. Come 2025, tax season will probably pretty much will already start to be in motion. But bookkeeping is essential for tax season because it allows business owners, entrepreneurs to maximize on deductions. So all the things that you're buying, you're categorizing all those expenses, your office space, anything that's ordinary and necessary to help run your business, you know, like my mic here, like my camera, my roadcaster, my MacBook, like these are all things that I would, help to use run my business because I use these, as like marketing tools to give you guys visuals. So, yeah, those are things that you could definitely, take advantage of as, deductions. And for the record, let me just say this now. I only am doing bookkeeping. I am not an accountant. I am not doing um, taxes. I don't do any of that. I cannot answer any like your tax questions. You would have to seek out a CPA or a financial advisor for that. I just strictly do bookkeeping, categorize your transactions, handle your accounts, deliver you financial statements per your request. That is all I do in a nutshell. Um, how else does bookkeeping help during tax season? Like I mentioned earlier, statements like the profit and loss statement and in the balance sheet, it makes it a lot easier. It makes it easier to file because you're ensuring that all the income and all your expenses are properly documented. So that's, an essential reason why bookkeeping is, necessary for businesses, especially during tax season. It also helps because, your records, all your financial records that are categorized is going to help you stay compliant with any like tax deadlines and payment schedules. So if you now owe quarterly taxes, at least now you'll have, it there categorized in your ledger about, when this payment was made, um, what payment will be due. Like it'll always, like I said, it tracks everything. So anything if you paid with your credit card, if you paid with your bank account, that's how it's helpful, especially for like tax deadlines and payment schedules. Thirdly, why it's important because it can also help with decision making. So, you know, once you're able to take a look at like your balance sheet, your profit and loss sheet, you're able to determine, all right, where do I need to cut costs? How can I go about creating, like a budget plan for, either the next month or the next quarter or the next 6 months or the next year? That's what these sheets can provide for you. They give you, again, like, numbers, and they give you just kind of like outlooks of how your business is doing. And it'll allow you and give you insight on, maybe, do I have to make some hiring decisions? Like, you'll start to see like the patterns. You'll start to recognize the patterns. And, it'll help lead to, like I said, things like, you know, if you need to hire new people, if you need to do like inventory management, et cetera, things like that, of that nature. So essentially, that's just what bookkeeping is in a nutshell. Yeah, I chose to go this route just because, one, I believe it's a need for every business. Like, every business needs a bookkeeper. I don't think anybody needs to ever. I don't think I need to convince you of why you need bookkeeping. I think my only thing is just convincing you why you should pick me as your bookkeeper. And like I said, I will obviously categorize all your transactions, reconcile all your accounts, and I will make sure that I get you, your financial statements per your requests, in a timely fashion. Like, I'll try to get them to you as quick as possible. That's my aim here, to try to just be as quickly as possible for anybody who needs like cleanups, catch ups. I want to try to get it done as efficiently, but as quickly as possible. So we can, continue to have a nice bond, and also, get referrals as well. Um, so yeah, that's essentially what bookkeeping is. So if you do have any questions, feel free to drop any comments. Feel free to DM me on Instagram, official Aquila, also Millennial Gems on Instagram. I'll leave both down in the link. You guys can visit the website if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur. You can definitely check out the website, which again I will leave in the link, and you can schedule a consultation, which will allow us to have a conversation to see if we are a good fit for each other. So definitely tap in with that. And with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next episode.